You know, some people might disagree with me on this, but I live every day like it's my last. That doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and do whatever, whatever. I just keep myself occupied. My time is valuable and it is taken 24/7. I sleep 8 hours. I wake up, I eat, I go for a walk through the neighborhood, about 45 minutes. Then I either go to the gym or go do some Uber or Lyft or vice versa. Then I have time to practice guitar. Everything is accounted for. And I'll tell chicks that the same thing, I like to keep active, keep going. I don't want to, sit around and watch TV. I sold my TV and my couch to some college kid about 5 years ago. Well, actually, no, it wasn't 5 years ago. It was 4 years ago. Well, whatever. 4 years ago. And, everything's online, every YouTube, and if I want some news or whatever, CNN or USA Today or whatever, and see what bad news is going on to get you distracted from getting screwed. Like Grant Cardone, I saw one of his videos where so we work, our pay is taxed, then we go and spend it, it's taxed. We buy something that's taxed, like a house, we sell it, it's taxed. You die, you're taxed. It's absurd that these politicians, I really didn't want to get into politics, are sending billions of money overseas. And then they're like, oh, we got to raise taxes. Well, what the fuck? Isn't that a no-brainer right there? To not send billions overseas to help that pay down the deficit, the debt? So anyway, I do. I'm not focusing on the past all the time. You learn from your mistakes and you move on. Everybody makes mistakes. Live and learn. Now I know what's done is done. It is what it is. And I don't know. I mean, everything is getting weird these days with relationship-wise all over the internet. How these, young guys don't want to get married or even get in a relationship with women. And I don't blame you. Like some guy put in this one thing about marriage, if it was the other way around and the woman had to give up her children, half her net income, her house, pay alimony, half her pension to the guy for the rest of his life, you think women would be getting married? There's your answer right there as to what a true scam marriage really is. I'm not saying don't do it. If you want to have kids, go do it. If you really find a decent woman, which is like what, 10% of the planet, go for it, man. I choose not to, and I don't care what anybody says or thinks. I choose not to get involved in marriage and religion. I'm living a life. I'm living a good life. I don't bother people. I don't purposely be a jerk, even if somebody messes with me or something, like that head-on collision that happened in January. I didn't get out of the car. I'm going to kill you, I asked him if he was all right. He gets out shaking. And then when I was getting ready to leave, I gave one of those punches to his arm. Not a real punch, obviously. One of those friendly punches, like take it easy. It's like there. Now if somebody crashes into you, be calm, get all the insurance information, call your insurance company, blah, blah, blah. Witnesses, whatever, all that stuff. It's all a learning experience. You see something bad happened, I already knew that, to immediately call insurance, get all the numbers and everything. And he was very cooperative, the guy that hit me. And, he even texted it to me, his insurance and all that whatnot. But you think that would have happened if someone was stoned or drunk? It would have been clear-headed like that to, exchange information? They would have just stood there in a fucking vegetative state. You gotta live no matter what. I have bad days. I get depressed on days a little bit. Not like I did when I was younger, where I'm like, oh, well, I don't have a big one and I'm not, 6'5" and decent. It is what it is. Like George Bruno says, own your height. Own it. It's like, all right, there's nothing you can do except live. Keep active. Keep moving. This is Sylvester Stallone. Keep moving forward no matter how life hits you. You hit right back and keep moving forward. And that's it right there. Or that other one, that other video I saw, I forgot who it was, said, you want to know where the money is? It's in funerals and graveyards, because there's a billion ideas of people that never put it to use. That was a good one. Because you're afraid of failure and rejection. Not me, especially when it comes to women. Who cares? A woman looks at me and looks away real quick. Oh, gee, I'm hurt. But, business-wise, I'm still working on that, and I'm not worried about it. If anything, happens, or, the business failed, or it's good, there's a learning lesson, keep going. You're broke, keep going. I don't care how broke you are. Keep going. And don't give in and see right through people. I'm telling you, no matter if you're a man looking for a woman or vice versa, that's... You do have to take it slow. When I was younger and I was only looking for sex, one-night screws or friend with benefits, I always thought it was weird when women would say, you don't even know her. I said, what do I need to know? Exactly. And now it's like, you definitely have to get to know a girl and know dinner on the first date, walk in the park or a coffee, and, sign on this form. I want a background check from the last 10 years. I want the phone numbers of the guys you were married to. I'm joking, of course. But, it's the truth. You have to. Even companies you apply for a job for, there's a website where you can go on and see what the company, or just Google it and see who these people really are and see if it's legit. Well, it's going to be legit, I'm sure, but check that anyway. Everything you do in life, everything. Do your due diligence and check and live. It's funny that a couple of friends I have, one I don't talk to anymore, but they're like broke. Well, they're poor. I don't know. Broke is a mindset and poor is bank account. But they're and then a couple of the times they were telling me, what you're going to tell me that you don't like the way I'm living my life? Or some shit, and I don't get into it, man. I just delete. I'm not getting into it. You're deleted. You're gone. And onward. Put in my time and energy to focus on things that matter. That's what you got to do. You have to. Just on everything. You go to buy a car, you got to do your due diligence. You go to a car dealership, you got to watch those snakes. Or anybody, and you check out the car. Tell you, I don't have to tell you, people. You know what to do. You got to look underneath everywhere. Open all the doors, put everything, put the AC on, put the heat on, put the signals on, put the lights on, put the wipers and washer, everything working, everything legit. And looking over at a car dealership right now where it says employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Yeah, right. But they're just trying to get rid of vehicles because those same vehicles have been sitting there for years. There's a Ford Shelby truck back there. It's white and black, big tires, it looks really nice. I was gonna go over just to see what the sticker price said. I bet it says at least 100,000. But that's another thing I saw recently. It was the truth. You know, you kids that are working fast food places or something, and you go out and buy a $70,000 Charger. You know, I don't agree on that. Trying to impress people you don't like, because I never try to impress people. I'm looking out for number one. But anyway, it's sunny, 66 degrees. Sunday, and I'm on my way to the gym. Today is back and delts. There goes the radar detector. I don't see anything. And yeah, I got nice 8.5 hours sleep last night. I feel so much better when I get at least 8 hours. If I get 9 hours, I feel awesome. It's like, wow, that was it. You know, all I needed was some sleep and some bald snatch. So, but anyway, on my way to the gym. The battery's starting to go down on the Action 5 Pro. And I'm still waiting for people to comment. I got two comments. One by a man and one by a woman. And I know you people are watching, especially on Rumble. I see all the views. You know, it's not the people, it's the politicians that are screwing everything up. I mean, I'm sure that's a no-brainer, but you know, another thing is I don't understand is how could you hate on someone because of the color of their skin? That is so stupid and senseless. Not only does that say a lot about you, but I bet your life isn't all that great if you're thinking that way and you're living in shambles. Not all of you. You know, just like that one guy was talking to the other guy on a YouTube video. He said, if someone's missing teeth, how do you define them, or what do you think? You know, he said, yeah, you're poor, or you're broke or something. Well, not all of them. I've known some lawyers that their teeth fell out because they're old and everything. But I guess all that BS is part of age. You know, now I'm 60 years old. I just turned 60, I don't know when, a couple weeks ago or a week ago, but anyway, it's like now I'm reading, oh yeah, your eyesight. Yeah, my eyesight started going at 48 years old, and I was the last one in the family. And these are prescription shades, believe it or not, that I got at Costco, and they're the bomb. But just watch your spending, spend it wisely. Things that are essential and things that matter, like a vehicle, a residence, food, and of course bills are there to piss you off even more. I'm just kidding, but you know, it's all, everybody goes through the same thing. You know, they really do. Try to make money, live a great life, have fun, and everything. And looks like I got here 5 minutes early, but check this out. That's the pool and the jacuzzi right in there, and the steam room. That's the whole thing is the gym. Pretty wild, huh? But what's that saying? If you dare great. Never mind that one. I should have only had one cup of coffee. I had two, and I'm fucking blasted. It's so wild now that I have a rear view camera here to back up, especially now that I'm old. All right, like, subscribe, all that other fun stuff. And I was watching a video this morning of the Alpha M, Aaron Marino, and this other guy that's in sales. I forgot his name. He had a good sales video this morning. But I'm not gonna say, you know, because I don't have that many followers yet. You know, I love all you people, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to kiss ass to make money. To make money. I'm not monetized anywhere close to it. And, who are these people? Kind of weird. All right, the gym is open. Today is back in delts. Delts are shoulders, actually. There's a front delt, and then behind is a rear delt. And, all right, do whatever you got to do. You're great. Remember that. Don't let anybody put you down, talk down to you, or anything. That doesn't mean you got to fight them. Just walk away. Later.